Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday, June 26th, 2017, and we actually kind of started. I messed up this intro in like 3 different ways, in ways that people don't probably realize. So chose wrong monitor a couple times. Didn't open the pop, so we're gonna have a little bit of a mute session there while I avoid, that and that. It's not like I've been doing this for 2 years or anything, is it, right? Okay then, so, let's just get started. Nope. I don't usually drink Pepsi. That said, I did have, actually the last one of these. So they, for the Canada Day 150th celebration, Pepsi did a throwback version for it. Actually even says they're Canada 150. Actually I'll make it bigger so in case you can't see that. Or Canada 150. Which has, I was gonna say I thought it was snowflakes. I guess it's maple leaves, that makes sense. I was gonna say snowflakes, it's the summer. Never mind. So we're back in. Yes, actually it is actual sugar. There says, what's so retro about actual sugar? Yeah. Yep, it is cane sugar. At least if they claim. Actually it says, yeah. Throwback made with real sugar. I could change the focus on my webcam, but it's nice. Which is funny, actually. So I have the Logitech C920, which is basically the camera that all podcasters had for like a span of 6 years, right? It was one of the first 1080p or 720p cameras. That's pretty good. And for some reason, and I'm not exactly sure why, when you unplug and replug, it stores all of my settings except white balance. Every time I need to readjust the white balance, which is fine because it turns out if I just press the right arrow key, there's one little notch where it jumps heavily from, actually I'll show it to you, instead of describing it. There's one little notch here where it goes from here to here. So if I just kind of keep pressing right until I see this happen, that's where I save it each time. So it's not that big of a deal, but it still kind of weird to have every other setting be saved except that one. It seemed like a bug that they would have fixed at some point in the last like 6 years, but they didn't. So moving on, we're in Unreal Engine now. We have our water, Coca-Cola, all that stuff, and it's probably gonna be a bit of a long stream as well. So let's go. Let's actually open up the game through here. Oh, that's not right. I assigned 1 versus AI. Actually, let's do free for all. But I didn't assign any people to it, so it would be a null game. Oh well. So this is what we're at right now. Yeah, all I did right, so Mira says, just back in time. Yeah, all you really missed was discussion of real sugar Pepsi. So this is our new kind of Jersey barrier wall, which doesn't exactly line up with the end here. And it does look a little weird, but I'm not sure if I really want to actually fix that. Now that I think of it, if I really wanted to fix that, it's just a box. I could just put a box there. In each of those 4 locations. Just make it be, 2 meters wide and 6.5, so it'd be 3.5 meters high, and that would just fit perfectly there and just apply a standard material to it. I could just do that. I should just do that. My original thought was to make a end piece there that actually fit, but I could just kind of... I'll show you here in the actual editor. My original thought was to make this asset be different such that it would perfectly line up with the wall, but if I just kind of cram a box there, it wouldn't kind of flush with this, but unless I make it full height. I should make it full height too. I was gonna say, yeah, kind of like that, but then I realized that was the pillar. Because the other wall was over here, not back there. Anyway. I wonder if all coders eat, drink unhealthy food. Is it spoken rule? And Mir just said he overdosed on tea at one point. 9 liters of tea. Okay, yeah, that's a lot. Okay, so at the 9-liter amount, you're not actually so much overdosing on the tea itself. I mean, probably, but you're at the point of, like, you know, when I drink too much water. I can't remember. So it was the caffeine, okay. Well, for the caffeine, so for 9 liter. Well, it depends on what type of yerba mate. Okay. I was gonna say it depends on what type of tea it was. So per 250 milliliters, it's 85 milligrams. So we'll say about 4 per. It's a little bit low, but so 85 times 4 times 9 liters, was it? Yeah. So you're talking about 3 grams of caffeine. Yeah. So a medium Tim Hortons would be 250, so that would be about 12 medium Tim Hortons cups. Yeah, that's a lot of caffeine. Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of caffeine. So so like 6 extra larges. Yeah. Yeah. Okay then. So I can fit those boxes there. There is kind of part of me that wants to leave it like this. It's not a very big part of me though, but... And by the way, the pink is just for Adder. It disappears in the game. Which is funny actually, because I think it affects the lighting. So I'm lighting against tiles that aren't actually, you know, active. Just like the water affects the lighting of here and there. I can actually show it to you directly. We usually look at this, but so you see the lighting here. ...12 cups of cold brew. Okay, so It depends. Cold brew does have a big variation. Yeah. So there is certain types of cold brew, like the ones they have at Starbucks. It's actually not too much more than caffeine, more than a normal coffee. So like if a normal coffee is like $2.50, it would be like $3.50 or something like that. I know because I just kind of looked at it earlier. Because the Starbucks down that direction or so, I think. Yeah, around that direction. Let's try to think of the words. Anyway, started offering it, and I looked up for the caffeine content of it, and it was like, you know, an extra 100 milligrams or something like that. But like if you go to, let's say, he thinks I only drink Starbucks. No, I don't only drink Starbucks. Yeah, so there's also like, let's say, Black Blood of the Earth, which should tell you something about the name. They say they're about 40 times the caffeine concentration of coffee. So instead of like 250 milliliters, you're like, if you drink more like 8 ounces, you're running the risk of overdose. It's designed to put like a shot in something. Anyway. Actually wondering if part of my problem with the light maps is that I don't cut it. Cheaper, better, deadlier. Okay. I am suddenly scared for Mir's life. Right. Okay. So let's just add in the cubes. So copy that there, and then we're going to oh, it's up here. Then we're gonna make it half and fit it. All right, we need 3.5. Confusing because I have to deal with. What else is that? Gotta be 2. Deal with a bunch of different engines lately. So down 5 and over 5. Okay, so it's 5. Down 1, over 1. Good. Now I just gotta assign it the same material, which we're gonna do road for now. And yay, it's it's off by a bit, but that's okay. Now let's look at light map density. And it looks like 64 by 64, which should be its default. Yeah, is pretty good. Maybe only get less than that. Let's try 32. Nah, 64 would be good. I could get away with it, and it's all stretched out, but you know. I should have done that in actual snap mode. I'm not gonna do it in snap mode this time. Wait, what? Oh, there's a zoom. Oh, right, that's the trigger. Yeah. And the reason why I didn't do it in snap mode this time is because I knew I would have to turn it 90 degrees, and I wouldn't know if that would align with the hundreds. So instead of trying to do it and then flipping it back, like flipping then flipping it back, I'll just leave it at 5. And now I'm gonna go to snap mode. It would be on the hundreds because I can't do on the 300s for some reason. And there we are. And again, I need to do an offset for these, but that's okay. I'll fix the material later. I don't know what people are talking about. I'm gonna have to redesign the bridge probably today. I'm gonna have to add a couple of these buildings, add a cathedral, and then add a palace. The palace is gonna be the pain in the butt. Well, it doesn't have to be a pain in the butt. I could have it be a big courtyard and you just see the front of the palace. Which will give a lot of room to play for people here. So if they camp, it would end up being camping the entrance to a big field. Which we don't really have many big fields, except the start points where combat should never happen because people should be able to leave their spawn. I gotta say, I'm really liking the art style of this, so. Again, if you, or if no one, someone here doesn't already know, the pink tiles are going to go invisible when it's actually in game. It's just something you can select onto. Because if it's invisible in the editor, it tends to mess up selection. Anyway, thanksters for the shout out in the Peace Perspective channel. Okay, so what's next? I hope there are people in this game. Okay. Actually funny, but I was thinking as well of it's a weird shimmer there. There it is. Interesting. Just looking at lighting effects, don't mind me. Right, so it's funny, I was thinking as well about Check It, and since it would be my first game, and it would be, you know, chess. Actually, it's not really my first game, but you get the idea. Depends on how you count. Like, if you count Jam Game, that's a different story. If you count the mods I did, that's a different story, but yeah. It'd be my first game I'd actually try to merge or sell or anything like that. To consumers. Anyway, Yeah. But it's funny, it's on like this first game there, so I'm wondering if people will start branding me as like a non-violent game developer or something like that, and it's like, well, not really. Some other game ideas I have are actually pretty violent and pretty mature in other ways. But the one I decided to do first is check it. Partially because I thought it was going to be quicker than it was, and partially because and thanks Mir for highlighting me in LGC Weekly. And part of it was just because it was an interesting concept that seemed pretty obvious, and just no one seemed to have done it. The concept of, well, what happens if you move chess off a chessboard, right? Yeah, let's save, why not? Seems pretty interesting to me, but yeah. And for some reason, the build data keeps getting messed up. Let's actually look at that. So, if it's safe to not have it saved, so. Is this game really about chess, or is there some sort of developer message you want to get to your audience? I could make a Red versus Blue joke that happened over the weekend, but no. Because honestly, it was kind of a lame joke. In case people didn't know, if you watch Red vs. Blue, there was a line. It was like, the interesting thing about chess is that sometimes a pawn can take down a king. It wasn't delivered the best. No offense to the Red vs. Blue staff, it was, you know, but yeah. And I think that's what they were going for, but yeah, it was, yeah. Oh right, I need to do the torches. Yeah, I'll figure about that sometime soon. So I have to do the bridges, have to do the fountains, have to do the weather vane, have to do the cathedral, have to do the palace. Which I might just have be a roadway up to here and the entrance of the palace here. So it's not like you see much of the palace. My original thought was to have like a courtyard be cut off to like here. Have all this be a palace, but why? Why would I do that? What do I actually expect to happen inside here? Like from a gameplay standpoint, not much. Could be a field and probably do the same. I want people to move out into here. Cathedral, I thought these people were pagans. Yeah, that's why the king has a cross on its head. Yeah. Should be about it for cross streams. Then after that it would be chessboard. I'm gonna say is done for a demo. And then after that I'll be King's Cross, I think is what I call the other map. I keep forgetting the name of my own map because I did it twice, right? King's Cross or King's Court, I think is what I ended up calling it. And for that, it's mostly just a matter of using UV tiles here, and having it so axis line and UV line. Should I have a tiling thing there? Okay, I do voxel size. Is there a graveyard? No. It's funny, I was actually thinking of adding a graveyard, but the way the map is laid out, I would have to have it be symmetric. I guess I could have the graveyard be somewhere inside here. Like have this be a graveyard. Because even though it wouldn't be a... I was originally planning on having building there. If there's no room here, I'd have to move it somewhere else. I can move it there. Interesting. So Mir says instead of tiles exploding, they could turn into tombstones in King's Court. Interesting idea. My thought for it, though, would be to have kind of like the Waterfall, have it actually be like a particle thing, where it slowly descends down to 0, which means it has to be dynamic. But I think it would be kind of interesting to have it. Look like boom, right? I'm debating whether I want the big chunk or whether I want to have small chunks. Like, there'd be a lot of draw calls if you had, each voxel in Kingsport. It depends on the voxel size, I should say. Be individual, or I have the big chunks fall off all as one. But would it look good? Is the question. Don't know. Thankfully, we have this map to get through, and this map's gonna take a while. Yeah, let's just get back onto it. Well, onto Blender. Hi, welcome to the chat. Just so people know, if you join the chat, I tend to not refer to people by name until they speak in the chat. And the reason for that is that some people like to just lurk. And I don't want people to be uncomfortable. Yeah. So, but if people start speaking in chat, I take that as a license to refer to them by name. So, yeah. If you want to be talked to in chats, then by name would be a good way. And we, not new. And we, and how big is this again? So, 4 by 6. So if you want me to refer to you by name, speak in chat, and I'll say hi, name. So 6 there. So that'd be 4 by 6. So 4 times 3 is 12, and then double that is 24. So 12 by 24. By actually, how high do I want it to be? So 4 by 24 by 1.5 meters. Okay, so add mesh cube 12 meters by 24 meters by 1.5 meters. Then we move it to center, and then we reset scale, reset location. Actually, we should probably move up by and then reset our locations. That way it is directly online there. Yeah, I've been saying people's name as soon as they speak in chat. Assuming it's not, inappropriate. So the middle 6 meters, I'm gonna have it be a bit of a bow. Edit mode. Subdivide. Number cuts 2. Need to be 3 meters. Be negative 3 meters. Yeah, Wi-Fi pairs is the band. So I'm going to extrude these down. Just to a meter. 2 of those sticks. Instead of trying to extrude this up, which causes some weird issues. Actually, let's see. Did they ever fix that? No. Okay, so let's extrude this down 1 meter. And then we'll grab you. Grab up 1 meter. There we are. Hey, so how do you pronounce your name? Is it Vigo or Bigo? Say hi, welcome to. Sorry. Hi, I've been MS3 software since the mid-90s. Cool. Yeah. So actually spent quite a bit of time doing 3D software personally. First one I used was back in like 2002, which is Rhino 3D. Big O. Okay. Cool. Oh, like Big O notation. I see. Yeah, so I used to use Rhino 3D, and then I quickly jumped to Maya. It was like Maya 5 at the time. Bought a license to Maya 8 when I was in college. Yeah, so apparently there's a artist that's doing DMCA takedowns. It's a hissy feat with deal with the developers at point since these fits Tuner Broadcasting. Lightweight was huge. I started on Amiga with Sculpt 3D, then Imagine, and I still have old renderings. Yeah. Anyway, after it's awesome. But yeah, after after Maya, I used Blender. So yeah. Yeah, awesome. Cool. So now, how do I want to have this be? Do I want? Well, first off, I'm going to actually delete some edges because I don't need these edges right now. I'm going to have to add them back because you don't want to have that. Here. Now, do I want to have it be? Do I want another voxel in here? Do I want to have it be? Is Blender that good? So, personally, I had a license of Maya. If I had my way, I would continue to use Blender ad infinitum. Like, if someone offered me Maya for free, I would probably still use Blender for 2 main reasons. The first main reason is that it is, well, first off, 3 if you count. Like, if it's 1 license of Maya, like for a year or something, then I would still use Blender because, you know, that would expire and then I'd have to go back to Blender. But even if they offered it ad infinitum, Blender is open source, which means that when something is broken, I can go and fix it. Which I haven't had to actually fix something specifically. I have had to write plugins and stuff like that, which you can do in Maya as well, but I kind of like Blender's plugin architecture. So I would continue to use Blender even if it was, you know, even if Maya was free. The other main reason, so like first reason was open source with a good plugin architecture. The other main reason is Maya tended to be harder to manually input values. That may have changed since Maya 8. It was more about how the model felt and looked, which is fine. That's what they were going for. It was mostly for like, you know, movie and stuff like that. But in a lot of my case, I like to directly input values in because I know something's going to be 3 mirrors that way, and something's going to be 2 mirrors that way. Because I do a lot of, especially like architecture and stuff like that. I sometimes know exactly mathematically where that vertex should be. So if I just want to put it there, then I can just type it in, and you can't really do that as much on Maya. That being said, there were some things I liked about Maya over Blender. The split polygon tool works a lot better than the knife tool in Blender. The split polygon tool also also had where you can snap along increments of it. So I was able to, for example, let's say I want to cut up a mesh into 10 equal, you know, 1/10 here and 1/10 there. I could have my split polygon tool cut with 10 increment snaps to cut 1/10 off here, and then flip it to 1/9 to then do the last 9/10 and cut 1/10 off the other side, and things like that. I mean, we could probably just, you know, add a plugin for that, and I've worked around it anyway, but in the current workflow I have, it tends to be more of me just kind of thinking like, okay, how is this actually going to work? Maya was a bit easier for me because I could just do it, so there is that. But yeah, I if I had my choice, I would continue to use Blender permanently. So yeah, even if Maya was free. Okay, I was given a link, so let's open it off screen. I mean, it's the same community, but still. Interesting, so this was done by mfoxdog on Blender. So for City Skylines. City Skylines. City Skylines. Cool. So I'm thinking of, like last time, narrowing it a little bit. So I'll narrow it about 3 on each side, starting about 3 from there. So kind of go there, chunk, 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 chunk. And I'll have it be kind of, you know, down there. Okay. Which means I need to subdivide this, subdivide both of these. Let's go 6 ways. So that way it's going to be each one of the individual, oh wait, no, 5. Yeah, there we are. So each one of these is going to be a tiles width, a tile period. So I'll make a cut down there, and move it in a little bit. Actually, let's there. So that's the layout of it in terms of tiles. Actually, I don't know why I did that. I can just eyeball it. Well, use it by math. So then we'll do subdivide. Number of cuts 2. Actually, do the same on both sides, so might as well just do it on both sides instead of do it half on 2 times, or 2 sides. There we are. Now we gotta move this in line with this. And then this in line with that. And then this in line with this. And then this in line with that. Now, don't get me wrong, Blender does have some issues, and that's fine. What? I only hit the J key when I only had one vertex selected. Make a line between these two vertices. Only one. Right. So we need to grab, let's do a vertex mode, sure, why not? I'm trying to think if it'd be quicker for me to switch to another mode. Actually, let's do it only one set at a time. And we'll move in. There we are. Then we're gonna grab these vertices there. And move in. Oh, I don't know if I can do this because of the voxel. I'd have to make this a step. I'll make it a step. Why not? I'll do it the hard way. Because voxels have to be axis aligned, right? Well, not axis aligned. They have to be 9 degrees. So 45 won't work. Excuse me. So it'd be like that, and I want to have that there. Okay. Guess we'll start with the voxel pattern here. So we're gonna be on the 50s, and this is 3 meters. Let's have it be in 3 patterns, so just have it be every second voxel. Okay, so here, 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 subdivide, 2. Like give Blender a try? Yeah, I mean, it's good. There we are. Alright, I need to get rid of some of these edges. Yeah, the price is right. So Mir gave GIMP another try and he loves it. Yep. I am kind of stuck in Adobe Suite right now. I wish they would have like actually done Linux though, so if I do have to leave Windows for some reason, that I would be able to use. Sweet. Why is that not lining up right? Inspect the vertex values. So this is 3.5 for because it's 4. Oh. Out here on my own, you left me broken and alone. Don't worry about that artifact you see there. That won't work because the water ends there. Yeah, so that'd be over here. Okay. I like proprietary. So this would be the last 4 meters. Or last 3 meters, sorry. So I can have each meter go down 1. Okay. Sure, right, I need to do this, so let's do this here. So these two go in line with that. Then these two go in line with that. No, no, no. Okay. So up, down, down. So up, down, down, okay. So then you replicate this on the other side. You know, I'm just gonna cut it in half. Subdivide. Now make sure this is actually aligned to that. Should have been, but you never know. J. Now we take face select mode and just select all these faces here. And then do delete faces. And there we are. Now we add a modifier. We'll add our 3D cursor be at 0, 0, 0. So we have our cursor now. Then we'll do a modifier. Mirror, mirror along the y-axis. There we are. Cool. Now I'm not going to actually mess with it yet. We'll do it at the end. Okay. Grab these two there, then I'll grab... Actually, let's not grab this here. Let's actually delete these. What am I doing? So let's make sure this is... Yeah, that's in the right spot. Okay, good. Down here to... -1 meter. Subdivide. And then have this be subdivide here. And then subdivide there and subdivide there. Now we got a stair. And that does not look like I wanted it to at all. Let's actually look at what we had originally. Good, doesn't actually have it anymore. Crap. Okay then, let us open up. So I was gonna go to 3D.pn, but apparently they deleted my model off the database. I don't know why you would delete old models, but sure, why not? So instead we're gonna load up check it 4.9, which only gives us a slight view of what's going on, but let me open up. Here. So this is kind of what I'm trying to go for, just more of a current version of it. Kind of be like an ode to how it used to be. Okay. Well, first thing is it had less of a gap to move. So I want to move these up a little bit, but before I do that, to make a railing, but before I do that, it didn't work out so good, but you know. Oh, so Big O says they have a 1080 Ti waiting for a regular, sorry, in a regular at 1050. Doesn't use it 1050. Waiting for Vega. Waiting for Vega to see what it's like before I build the system. Okay. Yeah. For me, I actually have a 1080, regular 1080, and a 670. And a 670 I use for some rendering stuff. Well, it's been a while. Because this is the span of water I have to get through. I guess if I just knock it down by a factor of 2 each time, that should be fine. Okay, so... negative 50 centimeters. Let's turn off snapping. Nice shift tab. Okay. What am I doing? And let's just have these be there for now. What am I even doing? Gotta do one side at a time. Snap. There we are. Okay. I don't want to use 25 centimeter chunks, so I have to kind of do it like that, but yeah. What am I doing? You subdivide. There we are. You. What the? Oh, because I didn't have snapping on, right? And then and 5 meters. I could just extrude this face out, but actually, why don't I just do that? Let's see, I could just extrude this face out, but then I'd have to correct the edges, but isn't that really what I'd be doing anyway, so yeah. There we are. Wait, what? That's not right. So it's 4.9. Okay, so that wasn't right. And then this is gonna be over 10 centimeters in there. What? Oh, negative 10 centimeters. And that'll be right. So this will be on the 50s. There we are. Good. Sorry, I'm not participating in chat yet. Well, let's just do that. So there's all in. Yeah, all in there too. Why not? So yeah, I can do all the bomb edges the same because I don't care. I'm going to extrude up though. This looks really dumb. Okay. There we are. Okay. Right. So I'm just gonna delete all these for now. We'll add them later. Dissolve the edge here. Dissolve the edge. Yeah. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna select this one and that one. Then we're gonna do. What was that? Here. Is all him? Yeah, there we are. So at last, there we are. There we are. All him. There we are.
You left me broken and alone. Stomach turning at the thought.
Let me grab these. Now let's grab just these for now. I'll bring it down 50 centimeters. I'm gonna grab these here, subdivide, merge like that, and then down. Oh, can't do that, right. What am I even doing? Did I grab the wrong one? Supposed to dissolve that or subdivide this? I think it's supposed to what it's supposed to do. There we are, okay. I know I could just use the edge there, but didn't think of it at the time. And actually, I can't even do that. So this is 3 meters. So I need to add another chunk there. I'm not visualizing much in my head today, it seems. Yeah. Okay then, so you dissolve edge. That's right. Okay. Because I needed room for the railing. So let's just subdivide this. Let's do both of them. Why not? Didn't need to, but whatever. I do want to have it be width of full meter. Be width of full meter, sure, why not? I don't think that would work with that though. Actually, it would work right up there. Okay. Cool. Gotta be right up to the aura. Okay. By the way, this is what we're actually gonna replace with that. Sorry for coughing in the mic. Yeah, so I guess I can do that. Okay. So you and you, grab there, you and you, grab there. Now we need to figure out how high we want to make these. Let's make it a meter high. 1.5 meters high. So that'd be about, 4 or 5 feet. Gonna be a little bit inefficient with polygons, but I don't really care at this point. Actually, now let's be efficient. Let's deal with that later, actually. Oh, the album guy's amazing. Oh, the was it Slips and Slurs? I think it was the one you got. Cool, glad you like it. Haywire, sorry. What am I doing? That's right, they're gonna be aligned. So align there, then move it back. Negative 0.5 meters. There we are. Align with that. Then snap off. 50 centimeters. Then we'll subdivide these twice and move this in line with that, and then move it there, then move this in line with that, then move that there. Divide 2. Turn back on there. Now let's grab these 4 faces. Starting to look a bit better. Oh, I didn't do the bottom yet. I got talking and I forgot to do the bottom. Okay. So negative 1.5 meters. Subdivide. There we are. Let's open up a little bit. Not that much. Centimeters. There we are. So 2 tiles will kind of go in the middle there. Now it's not going to look exactly like this, but you know. Yeah. I think actually I should probably move this out a little bit. There we are. Yeah, good thing you're asking Mir, because I have no idea what the max specifications are. What I could do is I could actually move this in a little bit to make it go down to a 0.5. Yeah, I'll do that. I don't know why I had to be 50 centimeters, because I want to go 50 centimeters this way. What am I doing? You and you there. You and you there. How do I clean this up? Yeah, then I can just grab these two edges here, subdivide, move. In line with that. I thought I was grabbing the other axis. There we are. Oh, why did I even do that? I want. Can anyone see the mistake I made? I wanted this to go too. Nope. Here, I was trying to separate them, but I wanted to go with it. Awesome. Okay. Just undo that. Okay. That's all the undo I can do then. Okay. Neon Rainbow? Oh, that's myself, sorry. No, you, there. Oh, you, there. I think this is not gonna look so well in practice. I don't think it's gonna look like this. Not without significant changes. So that's 7 meters. There we are. No, no. I thought I was already on a different file. Oh well, I'll just have to delete that asset from the base now. What are you doing? What was it? Okay, good. I thought I saw a face there. This doesn't really look so good, but ship it. So then apply. Oh. Right. Apply. Edit mode. All bubbles. There we are. Oh, we didn't. Don't apply yet. Because I haven't fixed the edges yet. Remove my widget. Oh, I thought it was in edge mode. Okay. That's why I wasn't acting weird. Love edges. Let's love these edges too. Should be right. Should need to delete the faces entirely. The one face I thought was already deleting. Okay. So now we need to recreate the faces using the face tool, which is not too big a deal. Oh, I need to get rid of these silly edges that don't mean anything. What's that from? Is that vertex just spray? Yeah, they're both just gray. Okay, so dissolve vertices. Or not. What? Okay, I should get them separately, I guess. Face. Let's change this song. This is getting a bit annoying. I think I did this right. I gotta actually do the merged well. One thing, as I keep saying with Maya, is that it likes to, or that its create face tool actually adjusts the normal based off of the rotation that you create the vertices in the tool. So like counterclockwise versus clockwise. So I think this is gonna be right, although I'm not really too cautious about it because, well, demo, right? Pretty sure this is right though. That one's gonna be good. Durs thinks this is annoying as well. Then to keep monitors around long, upgrade as much. Still have original 4K ultra sharp though, nice. Yeah, actually my monitors are kind of old. The most recent monitor I have is a BenQ 120Hz. Actually dissolve these edges here because, well, yeah. And again, apart from light mapping, we don't really care much about the flow of the edges, because UVing is just UVing. Which I completely did not explain well, but regardless. Hey, welcome to the chat, Rise and Love. Or Risen Love, sorry. I keep thinking AMD, but that's not how it's spelled, so. Apply. That mode. And remove doubles. There we are. I guess what I could do as well is, no, I'll leave it like that. You can make them bow, but sure might look cool. Nah, I'll leave it like that, whatever. Okay, so let's remove this here to save a bit of performance. And by a bit of performance, I mean really a bit, because, you know, Video cards are really good at rasterizing these days. Why don't you want to dissolve? Oh, because it's a hole. Ah, right. Okay, that's good. Just gotta do this. What? There we are. We're just triangulating it so that way, or we're just removing the n-gons, making them triangles or quads, because otherwise, apparently, UV unwrapping can get kind of nasty. As a matter of fact, you can probably just get rid of this for here. Or let's do the edges, get rid of these edges here. Oh, why didn't I just do that? There we are. I'll make sure it's 4 or 3-sided polygons, because sometimes apparently if you have more, Blender just does the extra ones to me as 0 area degenerate, so that's not good. objects here. What? So I know I did it wrong at one point then. Crappy. Actually, you know what? Let's just do, let's try Blender's light map, so unwrap light map pack. Oh, in the object settings, I have to, or object settings, I have to add 2 UV maps. It'll be a light map, and then we'll do light map pack. Image size, let's do 1024. And let's see how that looks in Unreal Engine. I normally mark the seams and do an unwrap by hand, but let's just see what happens when Blender does it by itself. I mean, there's a reason why the function's in there. It has to work for someone, right? Only selected objects. There we are. And now Unreal Engine's gonna say, hey! And I'll say, what? Okay. So now we're gonna do, bridge.
Chasing yours all around the room. Chasing yours all around the room. I used to be in love with heartbreak, but now I need drugs to ease the pain.
And apparently I miscalculated. How fun. It's like it's not too big of a deal, though. I can mostly just kind of shave off. Looks to be about, yeah, 3 meters. But let's see how the light maps work first. Oh yeah, it doesn't work so well. Okay, yeah, that's ugly. That's terrible. That's awful. It's atrocious. Okay. Oops, there we are. So, yeah, first thing we're going to do is we're going to move this in. So, edit mode. Select back faces. Or select invisible. Yeah, you get the idea. No, it works okay. Probably should save this as a new file, but whatever. It's not going to look right for the light map because I haven't re-UV'd it, but I want to see how it fits in the level first. 1.5. We'll ignore that this kind of span is just kind of hovering over there for a second. We'll pretend that's what I was intending. It totally was not what I was intending. But anyway, right. Let's say it looks probably pretty good. Now, of course, we need to fix the light maps because, holy crap! Other than that, yeah. Scott needs a cat. No, I don't need a cat. I definitely do not need a cat. Definitely do not want a cat. I'm gonna have to extend the size of this a little bit by 1.5 meters, so that would be 9. There we are. I think I should probably copy it, because even though we haven't got the light maps done yet, that really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, and I screwed up. Maybe not, whatever. Okay, right, so some people here are new. So what we're trying to do for our art style is kind of something like this, but in kind of a virtual space. Kind of like a, you know, I don't watch Star Trek, but like kind of a holodeck or something like that. Based kind of on the Mirror's Edge aesthetic here. So, yeah. So we have this kind of virtual space, and the idea is that each of these levels is a plate that, probably in the menu, I'd make each of these levels kind of a, like an actual 3D representation of it, which would have like numbers for where the spawns are, and it would descend down, so when the level starts, it would descend down from the, you know, white glow above into the space, the level would load, and then the tiles would appear, and you'd, you know, play. Right. So, yeah. So fancy. Yeah, thanks, Mir. It's gonna put M for meters. Nope. And why am I still on that? So there, and then add an extra. There's 7, so it'll be 9. There we go. Whoops. There we are. Whoa. There we are. Let's save this for now. We're gonna have to re-import this when we actually give it a good light map, because apparently light map in this was bad. Okay. So edit mode. Let's not have see-through. Mark all these Mark all these edges sharp. have it unfold like it. Oh, right, I can't do that. You know what? Let's do it. Whatever. Probably let's grab everything and then deselect edges we don't want to make sharp, which may actually be easier. At this point, right. So the ones we don't want to make seams are ones that are coplanar to other ones that are seams. So we make it a seam, it will, oh, I didn't, yeah, triangulate that. Oh, that could be a problem. Okay. Now grab you, grab you, grab you, grab you, grab you, and that might have actually been why light map pack failed. We'll check the chat just a second. Remember running for hours, even days for a simple scene. Any reflections bogged down the system, yeah. Those were the days. Doing light maps and setting them up overnight. Or doing skyboxes and setting up overnight using TerraGen. Sure, whatever. That's gonna work. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna do it. Let's try to save using it. Now let's see what happens to our light maps when we import. There we are. Ooh, there are some issues. Yeah, there are some issues. Most of them would fine. Maybe it just, it looks like I just missed one side. So I fixed one side and fixed the other. Yeah, okay, that's a problem. There we are. That. Now once again, we're gonna look here. Gonna do a re-import. No, I missed one. I did miss one. Okay. What? I did not do unwrap. Yeah. Like, what's wrong? Oh, I forgot to press the unwrap key. Or button. Or command. Whatever. Get the idea. There we are. And this change will appear here too. Good. So we got a bridge now. That was one of the ones that was daunting for me. Oh, we're actually almost at time. Normal. If I wanted to, I could actually extend this down a little bit, but that's good for now. So now we're going to do a build. Well, we're going to do save. Then we're going to do a build. I should do a save all. Okay, now we're going to do a build. Which takes a while because it's worth production lighting, right? And it's a big level with a lot of objects, so it takes a lot of time to export it. Keep getting the same songs over and over again. Or actually play that one. Say, keep getting songs over and over again, and I click a song that's already been played. Because troll. So I was caught in a thunderstorm today. I was down a couple blocks away and trying to catch up, get a walk in before the rain happened. Didn't end up working out so well. I was like pretty much at the furthest point, and that's why it started. Two things, Mir. First, doing a, yeah, Rain was that California guy. So, like I said, Big O and Mir, same thing. First thing, voice-activated assistants, you can't trick them with text. Second, I don't have it on anyway, so, yeah. You can't mess with my playlist by typing out voice activation commands. So, Big O, are you asking me or Mir? Because Mir is very much not a Windows person. As for me, yeah, I do everything in Windows. I would like to switch to Linux, if at all possible, but, you know. I have no real attachment to Windows itself, it's just that all the software I need is kind of on here. A lot of it's on Linux as well, but a lot of it goes Windows first. Oh, I thought you did Apple too. So Max, Mir says they're 100% Linux. Excuse me. Oh, he does Mac too. Okay. Two Mac, 3 Windows. Just one Windows box for me. I mean, phone, and I got a laptop that's old that, you know, I've been meaning to replace. But, you know, if you're never, you know, using your computer on the go, then it's not high priority. Not counting your PowerPC stuff. I think it'll get along just fine with Mirror there, Big O. Unless you're from Link's Gamecast, I don't know. Funny, at some point I'm gonna have to get back into coding, but we don't have a whole lot of coding before the demo. Honestly, I might actually be good with just, you know, shipping it as is. Once it's all decorated. Because the idea is that when I ship, I can... So, okay, so if you're new here, or if you're just watching on YouTube, the idea is that until I release a proof of concept demo, which is what it's supposed to be, and I've been working on for like 2 years now, over 2 years now, the idea is that I do all development on stream. So everything's been streamed. Not everything's been recorded, because there was a little bit beginning for some models that were transferred over, but were before I licensed Monster Cat, so I didn't record a stream, even though I should have recorded, knowing that I could have just uploaded it later, but anyway. Long story short, so everything was done on stream at least, and then when I released a demo, I would be able to take it offline and develop it for real. You know, put all my weight behind it according to how popular it would be. So I'd release a free demo probably on itch.io and put the link on like Pete's Perspective and do like a YouTube walkthrough or whatever. And from there, gauge interest to see how, you know, people would like it. I'm not sure. Chess is very popular, and this is a familiar but more casual version of it, with a lot of different variation. Might resonate, might not. Yeah, and that's another thing as well. Mira says needs a Tux build, like needs Linux. I do intend to make a Linux build of it. I've been intentionally doing whatever I could to, for the most part, not use anything that's outside of Windows. Outside of Unreal Engine's API, so that way it wouldn't be locked to Windows. It would be like no platform dependent stuff. Just I'd be able to flip a couple switches and compile it on Linux. But in order for me to do that, I need to download the engine from source and stuff like that. So decided to do that after the demo. So I'd probably build the Windows demo, and then be like, okay, that's it. Take it offline, build a Linux demo, put those on itch.io, and then do that, launch. And in case you're wondering, I am killing time while we're building light maps. So yeah, this is the level for cross streams. Still have to do these things here. This will probably just be like N, S, W, E. This will probably just be mostly a cube. So yeah, this is basically chess and design levels. So probably do a fountain there too. Actually, that's kind of cool. I could probably do a kind of a water voxel thing for the fountain as well. Have it kind of shoot up stuff. Have a little emitter. I was gonna have a bunch of houses and shops there. Probably a lot of duplicates. Probably one 4x4, one 4x9, and I thought I had another size as well. Or are they all 4x4s and 4x9s? Oh, they're all 4x4s and 4x9s. I think I originally had it different. So I have to make 2 house models. Originally, it was supposed to be residential on this side, commercial on the other side. So, like, this would be shops. This would be like shops and schools and stuff like that. This would be houses and stuff like that. Even though they'd be identical in terms of the grid location, just the different stuff. Dura says I just tell a streaming schedule. Yeah, so it's not. I say it's not set in stone, even though we haven't really deviated from it, apart from, like, you know, internet problems, which happened once, for, like, the last, like, 9 months now, or whatever. But, I tend to stream Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern to 11 p.m. Eastern. Right now it's 11:07 Eastern, right down here. So we should have been done, like, 7 minutes ago, but we're, you know, waiting a little bit. We're gonna at least do a lighting. Oh, it looks like the lighting's starting to do its little, you know, quick build thing. It gets slow and it hits a point and it keeps going. So I'm guessing it's, as I said last time, I think it's reaching the smaller light maps at the end and kind of filling them in, which means it takes quicker per light map than it's expecting because they're lower resolution. That could be wrong. It could be something else entirely. Fly now. So we're gonna see this lighting change. Because it's now not a big cube over it, it's got a, you know, some geometry to it. Me personally, I'm running an i7. This is just a consumer computer. The lighting looks really cool. I should look lighting only. Oops. Save. So that's that. I'm gonna add these assets over there. Actually, what was it again? It was 15. Okay. I guess I could just done trial and error. I mean, it had to be a even number because of how the grid layout is. Another flush. Save. Continue with that. I should look at my memory usage. So I'm using 5 gigs for Unreal Engine. That's pretty good for now. These floating tiles are actually disabled tiles that will be switch invisible once the game starts. So I'll show you what it looks like in game. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna show people in game. Yeah. So here, excuse me. Let's go to menu level, main menu. Don't save. Here we are. So this is what the game actually looks like. The chessboard level is the one that well, probably people will recognize, even though the gameplay is a bit different. So it's me versus AI. I might be able to get a quick kill on her. No, I won't. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Here. It's funny how it knew. So anyway, the difference between that and chess is that pawns can move forward, back, left, or right on each and any diagonal. So if I, let's say, get a piece back here and kill the, a piece back here and somehow kill the rook, the pawn can eat backwards and kill me. So you can't just, hide something behind there and just kill everything. And the reason for that is because some levels, as you saw me build earlier, are not 1 versus 1 or even that's right, are not 8x8 or even 1 versus 1. Come on. I think I want to load the level, it seems. Looks like Unreal Engine crashed. Okay. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, so this is a much larger level. This one's 64 by 64. So the idea is that one player spawns down here, another player spawns cross over here. Excuse me. Everything is perfectly symmetric between these two players. So a lot of competitive game types will probably end up being spawn 1 versus spawn 2. But there's also a spawn 3, which is all the way up over here, where they'll be in kind of a castle wall, and they have 2 kings and a queen. And the idea behind this is that they move the kings and the queen up, and they're able to take a small detachment to go and start picking off some isolated units around here. So if the spawn 2's king gets within range of the rook, or the pawns, or the rook here, then it can start controlling them. Same thing with these bishops over here. I can't control the bishop right now because it's out of range, because my king's all the way over here. But I control range all the active tiles here, so I can move my queen, I can move my king. Over here I have 2 knights. If I move my king up, and here the AI is making a move. There we are. The AIs are making a move still. So now here I can select this one knight here and move it, but I can't select this one because it's out of range still. It's still in that there. I'm gonna have to add some elevation for the camera, as well as light underneath here. So if I move my king one further over, now I can access both knights. And start moving my pieces out. Which means you also always have to leave your king with the army. And in the battle game mode, the winner is whoever still has control pieces, basically. Which is kings in this case. Yeah, that was a bug back from, so Mira says at least the AI isn't committing suicide anymore. Yeah, that was a bug back in the 4.9 version. For some reason, the queen was despawning herself, just for no reason. That was his turn. Unless it was moving somewhere I've never found. The 2.9 version is the one with the original bridge I showed earlier when I was kind of designing this guy. Oh, it didn't. So the build data is where the laying data goes. So it's not building. So that's gonna suck. I'm gonna have to try to do my light mass. That my build's better. So anyway, you go inside here, you fight, try to get the bishops from inside the cathedral if you want. If not, you can let the other player get the bishops, and you run all the way over here to go and grab the pawns or the rooks, or you go attack the castle, or you go over here and pick apart the rooks and the pawns of the opponent. It all depends on what you want to use your moves for. So, Risen Love says, have I played with the idea of hiding the rooftops and the buildings when the camera is in range? No, we haven't got there yet because we haven't really had anything that is, well, besides the stable that's in range. My actual thought was that I would have the camera, change its elevation or max distance according to wherever it's in. The reason for that is because that is easiest. I just put hints on the tiles. I could probably do that in like a day. And this is the only level that actually has roofs. So until I have a different level, it seems like it could be the most sensible option. So yeah. And that is the game. I'll show you one more round because why not? I haven't played it in a little while. Of the last map, King's Court. We're going to play free-for-all versus AI, so we're going to have all the AIs enabled. Which is actually very easy to win. It's really difficult to lose on this one if you're a human. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't... Ooh, this doesn't really work so well. Oh, because I didn't turn on the motion blur, right. So the idea behind this one is you want to keep center because every 10 full moves, like after every player plays, or every spawn plays, no, every player plays, one ring of the map disappears. The AI doesn't know that, but yeah. It's gonna be a bit loud, so be careful of that. Because each of the deaths is the default explosion sound of Unreal Engine. Should be not this turn, but turn after. So this might end up being the explosion turn, maybe it's the one after. There we are. So that's one group of tiles gone, now the map's smaller, and you keep playing until someone's the last person standing. Now all these tiles are disabled. Man, I really gotta turn down the motion blur. I guess I should have moved there, because that would have, yeah. Now it's just a matter of keeping the players out of this ring here, because these 4 disabled tiles make it, you know, give you a defined thing to play within. I lost count of which turn was the next one, so. I lost count, so I'm not sure when it's gonna start exploding. Maybe next one? Nope, guess not. Oh, it's way off, huh? There we are. So now it's just, I have 2, then there's these are players spawning here. So now I need to make sure that these players always stay outside this ring. Should be easy unless they try to make me trade. but AI is too dumb for that, so. How trippy. Take 2 more. That looks like a win. Oh. Over there. So now we have to kill these guys here, which isn't too difficult. There's only so many places they can move. I have to keep it somewhere in here. Sorry, somewhere in here. And then eventually these are gonna not be able to move. Should be last. There we are. And then you win. And if you lose, it says they win. Then it loads back to menu, we're good. So that's the game. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.